Welcome back to Global Coin News, ladies and gentlemen, treasure hunters and coin collectors. Today we're diving deep into a world where ordinary pocket change becomes extraordinary treasure, the fascinating universe of U.S. Lincoln Wheat Pennies and Lincoln Memorial Pennies that can be worth serious money. If you've ever wondered whether that old penny in your jar could make you rich, you're in the right place. This video is packed with jaw-dropping coin stories, rare varieties, different mint marks, condition factors, and big dollar values collectors dream about. So don't skip anything, watch till the end, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss our big collector content. Let's get right into it. Start it first up. Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a simple 1-cent coin, a coin most people would ignore without a second glance. But what if that ordinary-looking penny was actually a historic piece of American numismatic history? Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating story of the United States Lincoln Memorial Penny, 1 cent 1959 without mint mark in fine condition, a coin that represents a turning point in American coinage and continues to capture strong demand in today's auction market with impressive dollar values. The year 1959 was not just another year for the Lincoln cent. It marked the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and to honor this milestone, the United States Mint introduced a brand new reverse design. For the first time since 1909, the famous wheat ears on the back of the penny were replaced. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the reverse now featured the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., creating a powerful visual tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. The obverse still carried Victor David Brenner's classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, preserving tradition, while introducing a bold new chapter in coin history. The 1959 Lincoln Memorial Penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use a mint mark, making it instantly recognizable to collectors. What makes the 1959 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial Penny so special is that it represents the very first year of the Memorial reverse design. First-year issue coins always carry historical importance, and collectors highly appreciate them. In fine condition, this coin shows moderate but even wear. Lincoln's hair details remain visible. The cheek and jaw retain definition, and the Lincoln Memorial columns on the reverse can still be clearly seen. The inscriptions "I in God We Trust Liberty" and the date 1959 remain strong and readable. On the reverse, United States of America 1 cent and E pluribus unum frame the iconic memorial building beautifully. Even in circulated fine condition, the coin carries a sharp and dignified appearance that reflects both history and character. The 1959 no mint mark penny was produced in large numbers, with hundreds of millions struck in Philadelphia. However, what drives collector demand is not just mintage numbers but historical significance and condition. As the first Lincoln Memorial cent ever released, it holds a permanent place in American coin history. Many collectors building complete Lincoln cent albums specifically seek out the 1959 issue to mark the transition from wheat cents to memorial cents. Fine condition examples that are well preserved, free from heavy damage, corrosion, or major scratches continue to attract steady demand. The market appreciates clean original coins with natural brown or red-brown surfaces, and these pieces consistently perform strongly among collectors. In today's coin market, the value of a 1959 Lincoln Memorial Penny without mint mark in fine condition generally ranges from around $496,000 depending on eye appeal and surface quality. While this may sound modest at first glance, premium examples with exceptional preservation or attractive toning can command even higher prices, especially when sold in certified holders. If the coin is found in higher grades such as extremely fine or mint state, values increase significantly, sometimes reaching $585,000 or even more for brilliant red uncirculated examples. The strong collector base for Lincoln cents keeps this coin actively traded, and demand remains highly stable year after year. Another exciting factor is the possibility of rare varieties and errors associated with early memorial cents. Collectors often examine 1959 pennies carefully for double dies, off-center strikes, or other mint errors that can dramatically raise value. A sharp-eyed collector could potentially discover a valuable variety hidden in plain sight. This adds another layer of excitement to owning and searching for the 1959 no mint mark penny. For collectors, there are several important tips to maximize both enjoyment and value. Always examine the coin under good lighting to evaluate details clearly. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can reduce collector value significantly. Store the penny in a protective holder or coin album to preserve its condition. If you believe your coin is an exceptionally high grade or shows unusual features, consider professional grading from a reputable service. Building a complete Lincoln cent collection starting from 1909 wheat cents through memorial issues is one of the most popular, and rewarding journeys in American numismatics, and the 1959 first-year Memorial Cent is a proud milestone within that collection. The United States Lincoln Memorial Penny 1 cent 1959 without mint mark in fine condition is far more than just pocket change. It represents a historic design transition, a tribute to Abraham Lincoln, and the beginning of a new era in American coinage. Its strong collector demand, historical importance, and consistent presence in the coin market make it a highly desirable piece for both beginners and experienced numismatists. Whether discovered in circulation decades ago or preserved carefully in a collection, this coin continues to shine as a symbol of American heritage and opportunity. Next up, we are diving into the fascinating story of the United States Lincoln Memorial Penny 1 cent 1959 with the D mint mark in very fine condition. This is not just another penny. This is a historic transition coin, a symbol of change in American coinage, and a piece that continues to attract strong attention in today's auction market with impressive dollar values. The year 1959 marked a powerful milestone in U.S. coin history. It was the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and to honor this occasion, the United States Mint introduced a completely new reverse design for the Lincoln cent. For the first time since 1909, the iconic wheat reverse was replaced. The new design featured the Lincoln Memorial on the back, creating what we now proudly call the Lincoln Memorial Penny series. This change made the 1959 issue incredibly special because it represents the beginning of a brand new era in American coinage. The Denver Mint struck millions of these coins, and each one carries the small but highly significant D mint mark just below the date on the obverse, identifying it as a Denver-produced piece. When we look closely at the 1959 D Lincoln Memorial Penny, its features are both elegant and powerful. On the obverse we see the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His profile is bold and dignified with "In God We Trust" arching above liberty to the left, and the date 1959 with the D mint mark proudly displayed to the right. The reverse is where history truly shines. The Lincoln Memorial stands detailed and symmetrical with the tiny seated statue of Lincoln visible between the central columns. Above it reads United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, while below is the denomination 1 cent. Even in very fine condition, the architectural details remain strong, the lettering sharp, and the overall eye appeal impressive. A very fine condition example of the 1959 D penny shows moderate wear but still retains strong details in Lincoln's hair, cheek, and coat. The memorial lines remain visible and the coin maintains a rich, warm copper tone that collectors truly admire. This level of preservation makes it highly attractive because it balances historical authenticity with collectible beauty. Collectors appreciate coins that show light circulation but still preserve the core design elements clearly, and that is exactly what a very fine 1959 D delivers. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. While the 1959 D had a large mintage, what drives its desirability today is its status as the first year of the Lincoln Memorial design and the growing interest in complete Lincoln cent collections. Every serious collector building a Lincoln Memorial set must secure a strong 1959 D example. As more collectors enter the hobby and focus on high-quality earlier memorial cents, demand continues to remain strong. Coins in very fine and higher grades are particularly sought after because they represent quality without heavy wear. Additionally, original red or red-brown surfaces can significantly increase appeal and market attention. In today's auction market, the 1959 D Lincoln Memorial Penny in very fine condition can range from several $765,000 to higher double-digit values depending on eye appeal, luster traces, and surface preservation. Exceptional examples with beautiful natural color and minimal marks can command even stronger prices. In certified holders or premium quality pieces, values can climb higher, especially when collector competition increases. The market remains positive, and demand for early memorial cents continues to show steady interest among both beginner and advanced numismatists. For collectors looking to add this coin to their collection, there are important tips to keep in mind. Always examine the coin under good lighting to check for original surfaces and avoid pieces that have been cleaned, as originality adds significant value. Look for strong details in Lincoln's hair and clear lines in the memorial columns. Consider purchasing graded examples from reputable grading services if you want additional confidence and long-term protection. Building a complete Lincoln Memorial set starting from 1959 can be a rewarding and strategic collecting goal, and the 1959 D serves as a powerful foundation for that journey. The United States Lincoln Memorial Penny 1 cent 1959 with the mint mark in very fine condition is far more than a simple copper coin. It represents the beginning of a historic design change, carries the pride of the Denver Mint, and continues to enjoy strong collector demand in today's market. Its historical importance, attractive design, and steady value make it a standout piece in the Lincoln Cent series. For collectors and enthusiasts, owning this coin is like holding the first chapter of a new era in American numismatic history. And as interest in classic U.S. coins continues to grow, the 1959 Lincoln Memorial Penny remains a shining example of how even a 1 cent coin can carry lasting value and powerful demand in the world of rare coin collecting. Next up are diving deep into the fascinating world of the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny, specifically the 1958 1 cent coin without a mint mark, found in a lightly black, slightly rusty color condition. What may look ordinary at first glance can actually be a hidden treasure in today's competitive coin market. This is not just a penny, it is a piece of history, a collector's dream, and a coin that continues to attract strong demand. The year 1958 marked the final chapter of the famous Lincoln Wheat Penny series, which first began in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln Cent became the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a real historical figure. For nearly 50 years, from 1909 to 1958, the Wheat Penny remained a symbol of American pride, resilience, and unity. The 1958 issue holds special importance because it was the last year the wheat ears appeared on the reverse before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. That alone gives the 1958 Wheat Penny a historic status among collectors. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During that time, Philadelphia coins did not carry a mint mark, which makes the absence of a mint mark completely authentic and historically accurate. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that classic rich bronze appearance. Over the decades, many of these coins have developed darker tones, and some have taken on a lightly blackened or slightly rusty color due to natural oxidation. Rather than reducing its appeal, this aged appearance often adds character and authenticity, telling the story of a coin that has traveled through generations. On the obverse, you will see the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln with the inscriptions "I in God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1958 to the right. The details of Lincoln's hair and coat, even in circulated condition, can still appear bold and impressive. On the reverse, the iconic wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America with the powerful Latin motto "E pluribus unum" at the top. The wheat design gives the coin its popular nickname, the Wheat Penny, and represents prosperity and growth in America. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. While millions of 1958 pennies were produced in Philadelphia, demand remains high because this was the final Wheat Penny year. Collectors love completing their Wheat Penny albums, and the 1958 issue is the essential final piece. Coins in original, problem-free condition are always desirable, but even circulated examples in naturally toned, darker shades can attract attention. A lightly black or rustic tone 1958 penny often appeals to collectors who appreciate original surfaces and vintage character. In today's market, interest in classic U.S. copper coins continues to grow, making the 1958 Wheat Penny a strong and steady performer. When we look at current market value, circulated 1958 Philadelphia Wheat Pennies typically range from a few cents to several dollars depending on eye appeal and preservation. However, coins with attractive original toning, strong detail, and minimal damage can command even higher prices. In higher uncirculated grades, these pennies can reach $275,000 or significantly more. And it's important to remember that rare varieties, such as the famous 1958 Double Die Error, have sold for $385,000 at auction. While those are extremely rare, the excitement they bring to the series increases overall demand for the 1958 date. The strong collector base ensures that this coin continues to hold impressive value in dollar terms, especially as copper prices and numismatic interest rise. For collectors and treasure hunters, there are important tips to keep in mind. Always examine the coin carefully under good lighting to check for strong details, clean surfaces, and any unique features. Avoid harsh cleaning, as original surfaces are highly valued in the coin community. Store your coin in a protective holder to preserve its natural tone and prevent further environmental effects. If you believe you may have a high-grade or unusual example, consider having it evaluated by a professional grading service. Even a common date wheat penny can become highly desirable when preserved properly and presented attractively. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark stands as a proud symbol of the end of an era. It represents the final year of a beloved American design that lasted nearly half a century. Even in a lightly black, vintage-tone condition, this coin carries strong collector appeal, historical importance, and steady market demand. Its story, its design, and its place in numismatic history make it far more than just 1 cent. For collectors, investors, and everyday people searching through old coins, the 1958 Wheat Penny remains an exciting and rewarding discovery. In the world of rare coins, sometimes the smallest treasures hold the greatest stories, and this penny is a shining example of that enduring legacy. Next up, we're diving deep into a fascinating collectible that continues to attract strong attention in the coin market: the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent 1956 without a mint mark, especially in beautiful, very fine condition. This is not just a penny. It's a shining symbol of mid-20th century America and a favorite among collectors who appreciate classic design, historical significance, and steady demand. The 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck during the final years of the iconic wheat cent series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln. By 1956, the wheat penny had already become a familiar sight in everyday American life. The nation was experiencing post-war prosperity, industries were booming, and millions of these pennies were circulating through shops, banks, and households across the country. The 1956 penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place a mint mark on cents during that era. This detail alone connects the coin directly to one of America's most historic mints. When we talk about the unique features of the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny, we're talking about timeless artistry. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's dignified profile faces right, with the word Liberty proudly inscribed to his left, and the date 1956 clearly visible to his right. Above his head arches the powerful national motto, "I in God we trust." The design is clean, balanced, and instantly recognizable. On the reverse, the classic wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America with the pluribus unum displayed across the top. The twin wheat stalks symbolize prosperity and growth, giving the coin its famous nickname, the Wheat Penny. In very fine condition, the coin displays sharp details in Lincoln's hair, clear separation in the wheat lines, and strong lettering that stands out beautifully. It carries the warm, rich brown tone that collectors admire, sometimes even with hints of original luster still glowing beneath the surface. While the 1956 Philadelphia Wheat Penny was minted in large numbers, what truly drives demand today is condition. Coins in very fine condition represent an ideal balance. They show honest circulation, while still preserving strong, attractive detail. Collectors love very fine examples because they clearly display the design without heavy wear. The wheat lines remain distinct, Lincoln's coat and facial features are well defined, and the overall eye appeal remains impressive. In today's collector market, high-quality examples are consistently sought after to complete wheat cent albums, especially for those building full sets from 1909 to 1958. The closer we get to the end of the wheat series, the stronger the nostalgic demand becomes. The 1956 stands proudly among the final issues of this legendary design. In the current auction market, a 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark in very fine condition typically holds a solid and respectable value in dollars. While circulated common examples may trade for a few cents above face value, strong, very fine coins often command several $385,000 depending on eye appeal and surface quality. Exceptional, very fine specimens with beautiful color and minimal marks can reach even higher premiums. The market remains active because collectors across the United States and internationally continue to build Lincoln cent collections. With copper coins gaining renewed interest and classic American designs always in demand, this penny maintains steady popularity. Its affordability combined with historical charm makes it a powerful entry point for new collectors and a dependable staple for experienced numismatists. One of the strongest advantages of the 1956 Wheat Penny is its accessibility. It allows collectors to own a genuine piece of mid-century American history without spending a fortune, while still holding a coin that carries consistent market interest. For collectors, the key is focusing on quality. Look for coins with even wear, no major scratches, and strong wheat line details. Natural brown coloration is highly desirable, and coins free from harsh cleaning always attract better prices. Storing the coin in a proper holder protects its surfaces and preserves its long-term value. Watching auction trends and comparing graded examples can also help collectors recognize premium pieces when they appear. Another exciting aspect of collecting the 1956 Wheat Penny is the possibility of finding high-grade or well-preserved examples in old collections, bank rolls, or inherited coin jars. Many of these coins circulated decades ago and were saved by earlier generations. Today, rediscovering one in strong, very fine condition feels like uncovering a small hidden treasure. That thrill of the hunt keeps collector demand alive and energetic. The coin represents the closing chapter of the wheat design era, making it historically meaningful and emotionally appealing. The United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent 1956 without mint mark in very fine condition stands as a proud reminder that even the smallest coin can carry lasting value. It reflects American craftsmanship heritage and the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Its attractive design, steady collector demand, and affordable yet meaningful market value make it a standout in the world of coin collecting. This is a coin that continues to move confidently through auctions and private sales, supported by collectors who recognize its charm and historical importance. Next up, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in the Wheat Penny series, the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent 1955 without a mint mark. Especially in circulated condition, a coin that continues to shine brightly in today's auction market and remains in high demand among collectors around the world. The year 1955 holds a special place in the legacy of the Lincoln Wheat Penny. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birth anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln, the Wheat Penny became one of the most iconic coins in American history. By 1955, the Wheat Penny design had already been in circulation for nearly half a century, and it had firmly established itself as a symbol of American heritage. The 1955 penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, as Philadelphia coins traditionally carried no mint mark during that era. This particular year is especially famous among collectors because of the excitement surrounding 1955 pennies, making every 1955 issue a coin of strong attention and demand. When we talk about the unique features of the 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark, we begin with its timeless design. On the obverse, you will see the classic right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head appears the powerful word liberty, while the date 1955 is clearly struck on the right side. The phrase "I in God we trust" arches proudly across the top, giving the coin its patriotic presence. On the reverse side, the coin features the elegant twin wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America with the pluribus unum displayed above. This wheat reverse design, used from 1909 to 1958, is deeply loved by collectors, and by 1955 it had achieved legendary status. Even in circulated condition, the 1955 no mint mark Wheat Penny carries strong eye appeal. Circulated examples often show smooth wear on Lincoln's cheek, jawline, and the wheat lines on the reverse, yet the overall design remains bold and recognizable. The coin is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that rich reddish-brown or chocolate-brown tone that collectors admire. Over decades, natural toning adds character and charm, making each circulated piece unique and attractive in its own way. This natural aging process enhances its vintage appeal and increases collector interest. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. The 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark was struck in large numbers, but demand for this year remains exceptionally strong. The reason is simple. 1955 is one of the most famous years in the entire Wheat Penny series. Collectors building complete Wheat Penny albums always seek a 1955 example, and many enthusiasts also search for high-quality circulated coins that still show strong detail. Because the Wheat Penny series ended in 1958, fewer attractive circulated pieces remain available today compared to decades ago. Over time, many coins were lost, damaged, or heavily worn, making well-preserved circulated examples increasingly desirable. In today's auction market, the 1955 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny in circulated condition can bring impressive value depending on its grade and overall eye appeal. A typical circulated example in good to very good condition may sell for several dollars, often ranging from $310,000. In fine to very fine condition, prices can rise from $425,000 or even higher if the coin has strong detail and pleasing color. Extremely fine circulated examples can command $1.3 million or more. And when collectors find exceptional circulated pieces with sharp detail and beautiful natural toning, auction prices can climb even further due to competitive bidding. The steady demand keeps market activity strong, and prices remain solid because collectors consistently seek this year for their collections. The positive momentum around the 1955 Wheat Penny also comes from the overall popularity of the Lincoln Cent series. Lincoln Cents are among the most widely collected coins in the United States, attracting beginners and advanced collectors alike. Because of this wide collector base, any key year with historical significance automatically enjoys strong market support. The 1955 no-mint mark issue fits perfectly into this category. It is a coin that represents mid-20th century America, carries classic design beauty, and remains affordable enough for many collectors while still offering exciting upside and value. For collectors looking to add a 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark to their collection, careful observation is essential. Always examine the clarity of the date, the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, and the strength of the wheat lines on the reverse. Even in circulated condition, coins with stronger details and minimal distractions command higher prices. Natural color and original surfaces are highly appreciated in the market, so it is important to avoid cleaned or altered coins. Storing the coin properly in a protective holder helps preserve its condition and maintain its long-term value. Buying from reputable dealers or established auction platforms also ensures authenticity and fair pricing. The beauty of collecting the 1955 Wheat Penny is that it combines history, affordability, and strong demand in one small copper coin. It connects collectors to a time when America was experiencing growth and transformation in the 1950s. Holding this coin feels like holding a small piece of that era, a tangible reminder of everyday commerce and American heritage. Its continued popularity in auctions and coin shows proves that the demand remains active and vibrant. The United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent 1955 without mint mark in circulated condition stands as a shining example of how even a humble 1-cent coin can carry remarkable value and collector appeal. With its classic wheat design, strong historical background, solid auction performance, and growing interest among collectors, this coin remains highly desirable in today's market. Whether you are a beginner building your first Wheat Penny album or an experienced collector seeking quality pieces, the 1955 no-mint mark Wheat Penny offers both pride of ownership and promising value potential. It is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of American legacy collector passion, and the exciting possibility that history might still be hiding in your pocket change. Next up, we're diving into one of the most talked about and highly demanded coins in the hobby, the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent 1957 with the D mint mark, especially in circulated condition. This small copper coin may look ordinary at first glance, but in the world of numismatics, it represents tradition, history, and growing collector demand. The 1957 D Wheat Penny continues to capture attention in today's auction market, proving that even a humble penny can hold impressive value in dollars. The story of the 1957 D Lincoln Wheat Penny begins with the legacy of Abraham Lincoln himself. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. By 1957, the Wheat Penny design was approaching the end of its era, as 1958 would be the final year before the Lincoln Memorial design replaced the wheat ears in 1959. This makes the 1957 D penny part of the final chapter of the classic wheat series, adding emotional and historical significance. Minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D beneath the date on the obverse, millions were struck, yet demand today remains extremely strong due to collector interest in completing Wheat Penny collections. When we talk about the unique features of the 1957 D Lincoln Wheat Penny, we are looking at a coin rich in classic American design. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's right-facing portrait stands proudly, designed by Victor David Brenner. The inscriptions "I in God We Trust" arch above his head, liberty appears to the left, and the date 1957 with the small but powerful D mint mark sits to the right. On the reverse, the iconic twin wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America with the Latin motto E pluribus unum above. The coin is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that rich reddish-brown tone that collectors love. Even in circulated condition, the warm copper color and classic wheat design create a strong visual appeal that continues to drive high demand. Although over 1 billion 1957 D pennies were minted, the key factor driving collector excitement is condition, eye appeal, and the increasing popularity of wheat pennies worldwide. Circulated examples that show honest wear but still retain strong details are especially attractive to collectors who appreciate vintage coins with character. Many collectors search for well-preserved circulated pieces that still display clear wheat lines, readable inscriptions, and a strong date and mint mark. In today's market, collectors are actively building complete wheat penny albums, and the 1957D is a must-have piece to complete the late 1950s set. Because it represents one of the final wheat issues, it holds a permanent place in high-demand collections. In terms of rarity, while it is not rare in mintage numbers, it is highly demanded in quality circulated condition with attractive surfaces. Coins free from heavy damage, corrosion, or deep scratches command premium attention. The growing interest in coin collecting, especially through online marketplaces and auctions, has pushed steady demand for vintage U.S. copper coins. Many collectors are also searching for varieties such as double dies or coins with strong strike details, which can bring even stronger dollar values. This consistent collector activity keeps the 1957D Wheat Penny relevant and exciting in today's coin market. Now let's talk about current market value in dollars. A typical circulated 1957D Lincoln Wheat Penny with clear details and appealing color can sell anywhere from around $270,000 depending on condition and eye appeal. Higher-end circulated examples with sharp detail may command $580,000 or more. If the coin shows exceptional preservation, even with light circulation, values can rise further. And in the case of special varieties or coins graded in higher mint state levels, auction prices can climb significantly higher into double-digit or even triple-digit dollar ranges. The steady demand ensures that this coin continues to trade actively in the market, making it a strong and reliable collectible within the Wheat Penny series. For collectors, there are several positive strategies to maximize the value and enjoyment of owning a 1957D Wheat Penny. Always examine the coin under proper lighting to appreciate detail and surface quality. Look for strong wheat lines on the reverse and clear lettering on the obverse. Storing the coin properly in protective holders helps preserve its beauty and long-term value. Many collectors enjoy searching through bank rolls or inherited coin jars, as wheat pennies still occasionally appear in circulation. Patience and attention to detail can sometimes lead to exciting discoveries. Building a complete wheat penny set from 1909 to 1958 is one of the most rewarding goals in American coin collecting, and the 1957D plays a key role in that journey. The United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent 1957 with the mint mark in circulated condition stands as a powerful symbol of American history and collector passion. It represents the closing chapter of the beloved wheat design, carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, and remains in consistently high demand in today's auction market. Its classic copper beauty, strong historical background, and steady dollar value make it a favorite among beginners and experienced collectors alike. Never underestimate the power of a single penny because coins like the 1957D Wheat Penny continue to prove that small change can carry big opportunity. Keep searching, keep collecting, and remember sometimes the most ordinary coin can hold extraordinary value. These coins continue to dominate auctions and inspire collectors around the world. The demand is strong, the market is active, and the potential rewards are life-changing. So before you spend your next penny, take a closer look. Don't skip this knowledge. Watch carefully, stay informed, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon because your next big treasure might already be in your pocket waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.